I think it's live.
Hey, I see we're live.
I see the live button. Hey, thank you so much, Becky, for coming on.
Thank you for having me. We're having so much fun already, just chatting before we even get started, and now we get to play with beads.
The live button, because I was like, we were just chatting. So cool.
Almost missed it. So happy to be on this channel with you.
I'm so happy to have you here. I love your channel, and I'm going to pop that right up on the screen actually really quick so folks can find you. You guys, Becky has a cool YouTube channel. If you don't already follow, here is the link. And on your channel, you do a lot of awesome things. You not only do you do really great unboxings, but you also have great tutorials. So great content, great inspiration. And I enjoy it.
That people like to watch.
Yeah. And you always have something that I'm interested in, because I'm either stumped, like I have the same kit and I want to do something with it, or like you have all these great organization tips. And my bead studio is the biggest mess. It's like there's stuff everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
One room. Yeah.
Fun. I have to have the beads organized or I won't be able to do anything. It's just
Well, I like how being able to see them, right? And see them together out in a big square. That's the best thing.
Exactly. Like when I first started subscribing to bead boxes, like they'd sit in their box. And then I'd be like, oh, I want to make something with it. But then like it would just be all piled together in the box. And I couldn't see everything that was in there. And it was, they just sat there. And so when I started organizing them, I was like, oh, I can see everything. I can start getting ideas how they'll work together. And like the first video that I did with it, I was like, nobody's going to want to watch me organize my beads. Who's going to want to watch that? And like, there's so many other people who do great unboxings. Like, why would I try to edge my way in to do that sort of thing? And so I was like, okay, I'll just put this out there. And like, people love that.
I do too. I love watching the videos because it's just inspiring to me. I like hearing what other people think about the beads that were in the kit. I love seeing them, like what order you put them in. I don't know why, but I just really enjoy seeing that. So I think I'm not alone.
I had someone tell me that they like to guess where I'm going to put it in the organizer.
I totally ordered those organizers too. Like after one of your videos, I'm like, I need some of those. Yeah. So cool. Oh, we've got some guys joining. Hi guys.
Who do we have in here? I don't see the chat.
Oh, can you, if you click on comments, they should pop up and I can start hollering out. We've got Sandy here and Deborah. And we got Julie.
Deborah, Sandy.
You can see everyone.
Julie, Terry, Michelle, Katney, Tanya, or Tona, Donna, Jan, Julie. Oh, that's fantastic.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hey. And so I'm going to do a giveaway today. And for the giveaway, I'm going to do one of the kits that is featured in my bracelet.
Oh, they are so pretty.
Yeah. And so Colleen is the master of giveaways. So I will let her choose the prompt for it. And it's just a really cool little kit that is you can make the featured bracelet I've got, or you can make other stuff, because this is Tila's in size 10 Delicas. What can't you do with those, right? And as you're about to see, Becky has an amazing design that she's doing.
I'm using size 10 Delicas and Tila's too. But I'm also using flat mesh. It's SilverSilk flat mesh.
I'm so excited about that.
Yeah.
So pretty. Well, you know what I was thinking I'll do is I'll highlight your mat first so you can show your idea. Yeah. And just got to figure out. I know how to do this. Here we go. Yay.
Right. So like flat mesh, if you haven't seen it or you haven't seen SilverSilk, is a really fine gauge wire that has been knitted. And then it's knitted in a tube and then flattened, so it's flat. And there's a lot of things that you can do with it. But one of the things I like to do is to brick stitch seed beads on the edge of it. And then you can do dangles or you can twist it around and make it into an earring or something else like that. But I decided to make it into a bracelet, and I left this end undone so that I can show you how to use these box caps to finish it for this one. And then I'll show you how to do the brick stitch with this little bit, and then how to put the tails in with these.
You're so impressed.
I was a little bit prepared for that. But it's where did my needle and thread go? I've got two different needles. But I use for this, I'm just using some Fireline. And it's just 6-pound Fireline. 8-pound would work fine because the size 10 Delicas have plenty of room in them. And I just knocked my stuff off the desk. There we go. I got it back. But you can see, like, in here, I'm just holding this close so you guys can see that you've got all of these little stitches along the side, and that's just what you stitch into with your thread. So
that is really cool.
Yeah. So when you start one of these, you want to start about 1/2 inch away from the edge of it. I just cut 8 inches of flat mesh, and then for the bracelet, I beaded on 7 inches of the Delicas on it. I'm just going to do a short demo here on how to get started, and then I'll show you on the other one how to finish it. So I'm just putting my needle through that flat mesh there, and I'm going to leave enough tail to be able to put another needle on and weave in on the other end. And I'm just going to do a real quick overhand knot. I'm not going to do a square knot or anything. I just don't want this sliding while I'm working on it, because the needle on the other end will secure that end a lot better.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
That's brilliant.
So that just starts it, and then I'm just going to pick up 2 of the Delicas to start with my needle. And that's where my knot is. I'm going to just bump up about 2 stitches from there. These open spots, that's a knit stitch.
Oh, wow. It's like it was made for it.
Right? It's like 11 seed beads are almost perfect for that. And then after you go through it, you go back up through that last Delica, and it's brick stitched on it. And you pick up another, and let's get a little closer.
And Debbie, I'm going to post a link to where the flat mesh, where you can get it.
Yeah. And then you just go through, just right there on that edge of the flat mesh again. And I'm using the dark thread so you can see it on the camera, but it doesn't actually show that much on this. So thread color isn't going to be super, super important. See how it kind of hides that color?
Oh, it just hides it. That's amazing. Look at that.
Yeah. So that's how you start it. And then you just keep going until you get almost to the end. And then when you're doing a bracelet, when you get about 1 inch away, you're going to want to count your beads. And once you count them, and I usually count by 5s, I like cover up everything except 5 of them. So it's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78. I'm going to want to end on a multiple of 3, because when we add the Tilas, it's going to be using 3 of the Delicas for putting them on there.
Oh, wow. That is so cool.
So math is going to be important. So what did I have there? It was, do you remember the number? 73?
No, you had 78.
78. Okay. So I'm just going to keep going until I get my.
You're getting lots of compliments in the chat, just in case you can't see it. Just wanted to tell you.
Can't.
Yeah, so I'll shout them out for you.
Switch to a different screen to see the compliment.
Yeah, no, you worry about the demo. I'll just tell you, lots of folks are saying that's such a neat idea.
Thank you, guys.
They find it inspiring, and there's folks asking for the links for this flat mesh, which is so cool.
Yay! I'm glad.
We're creating a new addiction for people.
It is. It's a fantastic product.
Yes.
You can get it from SilverSilk and more. They also usually do like curated bundles that go with the Sam's bead boxes at Sam's Bead Shop as well. So sometimes there'll be a color that is available there that isn't available on the SilverSilk site. This color that I'm working with here is Lotus. That's the pink color.
Okay. Oh, so that's Lotus. And then it looks like, what was that one?
This one is Antique White.
Okay.
And this is another one that I really like. It's Hematite.
Ooh.
It's kind of a gray-black color. And I'm going to be doing some Halloween color bracelet things with that one.
Oh, I'm going to share that out. I'm going to share that out everywhere.
Yeah.
That's so cool. You've just given me the greatest idea, by the way.
Good.
Well, I ordered the flat mesh colors for the latest Sam's Bead box.
Oh, nice.
And I'm wondering if it'll work with the 1.8 millimeter cubes.
Oh, I went through the wrong end.
Oh, no.
I was not paying attention.
I'm distracting you.
You can usually like back out of these. Hold on.
You can do it. It'll work. Yeah.
Probably.
That's what I love about Fireline. See, like that would not work with my 1G as much as I love my 1G.
Oh, I picked up 2 of these too, so it's a good thing I didn't go through. I would have had to back out for that one too. And you know what? I've been talking and not counting, so I have not kept track of where I'm at. I'm going to need to count again.
That's okay.
Or since I already did this first one, I can just put them right up next to each other.
Oh, there you go.
And see if it is long enough yet. I think I need 2 more.
That looks right. Yeah. And then also, like, could you, if you got to the end with your Tilas, could you just add an extra bead at the end if you got stuck?
Oh yeah, yeah. That would be absolutely super easy to do, I think. But yeah, so what I'm going to do with this one for the end, because I was going to add 2, right? All right. So one thing about like when you end on the brick stitch, it's connected on one side but not on the other.
Oh,
so
I see.
This is all I do is I just go next to it without any beads so that there's a little bit of thread holding it down on that end, and then go back into it. And then I don't actually tie it off or anything when I do this. I'm just going to zigzag through these beads down and then back in another direction. And that's what you do with the end as well. You go down through the flat mesh and then zigzag through the beads and then back it out. So I'm just going to go through here about 7, 8 beads, something like that.
Okay.
Just to move it away from that end. And then go back down just so that I'm reversing where I'm at and there's a little more tension on the thread. And this is how you can add and remove thread to your project too. Just go in and out on these.
You're getting so many wow comments. Lorena says, sewing on the SilverSilk flat mesh, and Colleen's like, she absolutely is, Lorena. I love that. I know. I wouldn't have tried it because I think I was afraid it wouldn't, stay on the edge, but it's perfectly staying on the edge. And
It
look at that.
is. It's right on there. All right.
That is so cool. I'm so glad you tried that.
Let's do it from this end because I don't know if that's going to be the right amount or not on that end. And it looks like I might be one short, and that's okay because we can add it like you said, or I can add it later. Oh, where's the other thread? The other needle. I should have like more needles than this, but that's fine.
Oh, mine are always everywhere. Either have 100 bead mats and like all stuck in all the bead mats.
I have several like with the needles up in the corner, just stuck in like that.
Yep, exactly.
And this was one that I did that with, but then I cleaned it up. That's always the problem, is cleaning something. Then you don't know where your stuff is anymore.
I'm really tempted to text Neely right now and be like, you need to see this. He won't mind. It's the weekend, but I'm still going to do it.
That's my starting tail. And I'm just going back down through, and it was just an overhand knot just to keep it from slipping out on that end. And then back in here a couple times. That's just so I don't have my tail end get in the way, and then back a couple more. And like, I had some good snips next to me there. I don't know if you found this, but like,
yes, and
they're like TSA approved.
Oh, those are oh, awesome.
But I can get real close to my thread with them. So like, they got the little curve.
Oh, I use my burner a lot or my flush cutters.
Oh,
because Fireline, I don't know, scissors don't always work for me.
All right, so let's grab a Tila and a notebook so I can show you how the thread path is going to go.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, look at that.
So I'm going to go in through, like I said, you're going to be using like 3 of the Delicas at a time. So you go in through the first Delica, and I like to work from right to left when I'm doing it. Through the first hole in one of your Tilas, and then through that first Delica over here. And then you'll jump over to the second Delica, and then go back through that first hole in your Tila, and then through the second hole, or the second Delica in that row. So first, second, second, and then go through the third. And for this one, usually it's like a straight shot. You can go through like this Delica, the second hole in the Tila, and the third Delica, like all in the same needle pass. It's kind of fun, and it makes it pretty quick. And then you'll go over to the second Delica here, and then through this second hole in your Tila, and then back through this third Delica, and then jump over and do the same thing over here. First, second, second, third, third, second, third.
Oh, awesome.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and Anne says she knows that notebook.
do you know what this one is?
Yay!
It's Kristen Fagan's artwork on the Customer Appreciation Week swag bag notebook. And it is so useful already.
I love the little dots. Don't you use them?
It's so useful. Yes, the dotted grids. This is fantastic.
It's perfect for a bead weaving diagram.
Right? That's why I grabbed it. I was like, I'm going to use this for that. So if I've got one that's on the top here, one that's on the bottom, and it's going to be a lot easier after I get like a couple in because I'm not going to have to fiddle with it. I'm going through this first one here. Let's get a little closer.
Oh,
Go
nice.
through my Tila, and then the first bead here. And I'm just going to pinch this. I could just go weave through here to make sure it stays, but that's a lot. This is going to be fiddly. I should have woven through first. Mistakes were made.
But I think it'll work.
Yeah.
It's always just that first one.
Yeah, it's this first one, and then jumping over to the second, go back through that first hole, and then through that second Delica. I'm going to just explode this out a little bit so you can see. Went up through those. I'm going to pinch this thread and pull this so that... Oh, don't go anywhere, buddy. This is hard to do on camera.
Oh yeah, demoing is like I'm in the same boat. I know exactly what you mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm like trying to get like the right angle so you guys can all see it.
Well, because like when you're working on it yourself, you might put your hand over it, which would obscure the view.
Or you might hold it closer to your face or something.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
So here's the third one. It's going to be a lot easier for you guys to see me do this when it's not coming apart like this. And then the third Delica on that end. This is going to actually pull it all together a little bit more when I go through this one, because it's going to zip it right up when I give it a little
there
bit
it
of time.
is. That's perfect.
There we go. And then into the second one, back through that second hole on the Tila, and then through that third Delica on the other end. And there's going to be a little gap between your Tilas. That's totally okay, because if they're right next to each other, there's actually not enough room, and they will crowd and move and be weird.
Right, exactly. That I figured you did that on purpose for that very reason.
Yeah.
When you showed your other one, it was just a little bit of space between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just went through that first one on my next group of 3. Now let's pick up one of these Tila, going through one hole, and then through that first on the next group of 3 there on the top. And see how much easier? It just pops right into place.
Nice. Oh yeah.
And then I'm coming out of that first one, go through the second, back through that first hole, and I'm just angling it so it goes through both of those at the same time. Give that a little tug, and then through the third Delica, second hole, and the third Delica on the other side.
Sandy said this is incredibly fascinating.
Thank you. It's super fun. And then we'll go through that second one. This is just like come back through this end and jump over to my next group of 3. It's like once you get going, it can be pretty repetitive and meditative to like fill out the whole thing all the way across.
That's the part that's fun.
Yes.
Once it all stabilizes and you're in like that third row, which is kind of like where you're in like the third row of the Tila.
Right? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
See, the first one was the fiddly one. The most fiddly one, I should say. There's still a little bit of fiddly. But this is what I was saying. You could go through the Delica, the Tila, and the other Delica all at once. Makes it go pretty fast when you can do that.
We've got a quick question here from Deborah. She says that, yeah, no, she's not skipping any of the Delicas. So the gap just happens when you jump from one to the next, right?
Yeah. See, I'm doing it through all 3 of these Delicas and then all 3 of these Delicas. There's no Delicas in between.
Yeah. So when you go through one, when you come down to the next one, it's just placing that Delica because the whole of that next Delica is sharing the next two.
Yeah. So like 2 Delicas is too narrow. So if I just went through 2 Delicas to do this, it would crowd the Tilas and they'd like start overlapping like scales.
Yeah. What I can do is we can take either after this, if you want to take a photo of your diagram that you did.
Oh, one, sure,
I can post that for
absolutely.
people. I'll put it on the webpage if you're okay with that.
Oh, for sure.
You guys can link to the video and you'll be able to see it if you're watching this later. We'll just add it to the website where this video links to.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm a visual learner, so I like seeing charts. I like
Me
being able
too.
to read from those. And so that's why I drew it out, because it just sometimes makes more sense if you can see how it's supposed to go before you get started.
That's perfect. Yeah. Oh, awesome.
All right, so I'm just gonna grab, I'm not gonna finish this on camera unless like we've got time, because like, it would take like an hour maybe, but we've only got like half an hour left. But I want to see if I finish
Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah.
the ends before we move on, because you've got some stuff that you wanted to show too, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I was going to show just like the finishing part of mine because my project has a video already.
Oh, yeah.
And a PDF already. So, but I bet you will have lots of time.
All right, so I'm going to finish this end and then I can add the second one later. And I've got 2 different pieces of hardware that I'm using for this. This is one of those box ends that I actually got this from you on your site.
Oh,
and I didn't use any glue. It is connected. I didn't even stitch it in either.
That is so
it's
cool.
It's tension that's holding it. So for this space here in the bar, you have to like work the flat mesh through. Oh, thank you, Melanie.
I've been sharing
Melanie too.
If I pop them up on the screen, they'll be on the video forever, so everyone can see the awesome compliment. There's like a bunch of these guys.
You guys.
I could keep putting them up, but it would block your demo. There's this.
I know it's the tension mostly of it going through here that's going to hold it on there.
Aw, that's so cool. What a neat idea. And it fits right through. The flat mesh is brilliant for that.
Right? It's nice and flat. It does go through.
How did you get this idea? Did this just like pop in? Like, it's a dream idea.
My head works that way sometimes, where it's like, oh, hey, I might be a little bit brilliant sometimes. Sometimes they don't work so well, but like this one did. And I'm just using these pliers to hold on to it and pull it through a little bit more.
I think it's good that it's like a nice snug fit, because that weight will stay put when it's like, it's not going to slide around.
100%. And then it's going to be snug going in here as well. So I'm going to fold down these tweezer nose pliers are fantastic with flat mesh, because I get a very tight bend on it when I use them, like that.
Anne says those are her go-to. She loves those pliers.
Yeah, these are Zurons, and they are.
I have those. Yeah, I have the crimps, but now I need to get those. Very cool.
I'm just folding that in, because one of the things is after it's through here, I need to fold it down this way again. And I don't want little bits of the wire poking out, because I need to flatten this out as much as possible. So I'm going to just give it a healthy smush with these guys.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. It's almost like it crimps itself, right?
Right? It's like it's crimping it. Make sure you're not squeezing your Delicas when you're doing this.
Oh yeah.
Keep
How
it
cool
out
is
of the
that?
way of that. But see how secure that is? If you want it to be even more secure, you could use glue, but I don't think you need it, not for this. And then once it's all flattened, it fits perfectly in this. Let me go grab a jump ring.
I love how you had all those samples ready. That is like not a small amount of work. How awesome. You guys clapping and cheering for Becky, what she did for us today. This is so cool.
Thank you. There we go.
Oh, yay.
So it's like, it just works. It just works. And like, I love that the flat mesh gives you this like smooth, clean edge, but then you've got like so much texture from the knits and all that in this kind of design. I love that. And then if you were to use, these are ribbon ends, and this is, where's my, let me just double check the size on that. Where's my millimeters? Yeah, this is 20 millimeter ribbon ends, and it's like the right size for this too.
Oh, well, that would work great.
And just like the other, I'm just going to fold down the edges of my flat mesh. And I'm just going to fold it. Do I need to fold it twice? Probably not. That's okay. This way I can just get the ribbon end. Can I do it with my fingers? There we go. And those little teeth will grab onto the flat mesh. Let me get it good and.
Oh, look at that. That is so cool. Ta-da!
Ta-da! So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing these, but if you want to switch over to your stuff to show off some things, you can do that.
Okay. Gosh, that was so cool. I'm so honored that you shared that. That is the coolest project. It's very inspiring. I definitely need to make one for sure.
It's a really fun project. You should. Get some flat mesh.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta get the flat mesh going. I'm so brave now to stitch on that. I was not 100% sure it would work, but you make it look so, it's perfectly spaced for those beads. Right? So it needs to be done.
It's like they're made for each other almost.
Yeah. Oh, that is so cool. Aw. And you guys, quick note, Colleen's sharing her channel, so definitely gotta visit Colleen's channel. So if you see that in the chat, and I'll add that for folks watching later, I'll add it to the description too. And then here, let me switch to my screen just really quick and explain what I've got going here. So this is a recycled design. So I already have a video on my YouTube channel that shows how to make a version that's just 2. And what I did is I made a new version that's 3 layers. And I'll let you just change the, oh, thank you. I just changed the row counts for the number of stitches here. And I did that because I wanted to use a 3-prong finding on it. And so the only thing new really here from what I've done before is putting the finding on, but I thought I could show like a little earring length in case anyone wants to make earrings. You could do that with that. And so all you need is you can use any kind of mix of Delicas. Sorry, these are Tilas. And then I used a size 10 Delica, but you could also use 1.8 millimeter cubes or just some like 11.0 Toho would also work. So yeah, and so I think that I have one link to share with you guys really quick. I'm going to share this one over here. There we go. So I just popped up a link to the tutorial for how to do the stitching part. And it's just a little quick walkthrough of, and this is written for a bracelet, but of course you can do earrings if you want, and you don't have to do a pattern because I just did random on this one and I thought random looked really good. Oh, hey, Valerie, Sakaya. Oh, Leanne is here. Hey, guys. Yeah, and so this is just a really super easy way to do the stitching. And as you can see on this one, I took it out to 4, but on this design, I just kept that row count at 3. And if you keep it at 3, you'll be able to make it fit the same height as a Tila bead. And Tilas are about 3 of those beads across. And then it gives you the perfect fit for your finding. And so that's why I changed that. And I worked with I was working with either 4 or 6 pound, I think would work. You could even probably use 8. So either of those beading threads will work. And then, yeah, that's pretty much all the instruction. There's an extra step in the end of the handout for how to put a button and leather on it if you like that more. But I did add the findings to my shop, so now you have lots of options. So let's just dive in. I'm going to grab, I have a little bit left of the mix I used to make this one. And this, guys, this is in my shop. I'm doing a giveaway of one of these if you put in #Becky in the chat. Yeah, it's a great one. Thanks, Colleen. And so this is the kit right here for how to put that together. And I've got about, last time I checked, I had like 34 of them left. So there's plenty, so no rush. And then it's 16 grams of Tila and about 8 to 9 grams of the size 10 Delica mix. And these are my own mix that I made. A little house-made mix for you guys. It kind of resembles vineyard colors, I feel like. They're really pretty. Oh, right. And so
to me, it's like a springtime mix.
Oh, yeah, it does look like springtime. Yeah, it's really fun. I enjoyed putting this one together. It came together very quickly. This is a fast stitch. It doesn't take very long. And right now, I don't know about you, but I feel like I need faster projects. Like, so many of my things take a really long time. But,
yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons I like earrings is because they are such a quick hit, you know?
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
such an easy, like, immediate gratification kind of a project.
Exactly. And you can do something that's kind of epic, but if you're just making an earring length, then you got it.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to do a quick ladder. I'm not 100% sure how long I'm going to make these yet, but we'll keep going until we decide that looks good for an earring. And I'm going to want to leave a pretty good tail because I need enough to do the finding attachment. So I would say give yourself about 9 to 10 inches or so. And there's my first little half or connection there. So just right about like that. And I'm just going to do a next turn into this Tila here and up through the next one. So just an easy ladder stitch. I like how they pop together like that. They're just really cool. Oh, and while I'm here, I'm going to bring my tail up through this one. And actually, I meant to do that as a first step, but I just forgot. So usually I go through the Tila and make the turn. And that has the added bonus of acting as a little stop bead for you. So it can make your laddering a little easier. There we go. So all I'm doing right now is I'm just making these little circles. Just going zoop, zoop, zoop through them. Now get to the edge bead here. Tona says it took her all day to make the fringe earring. I'm so glad you made it, though. I think you're referring to the Sam ones. Yeah, those were the ones that for the September box. I love
Lots
those.
of fringes.
I love fringe. I'm on a fringe, like, I don't know, just like everything I make is fringe right now. I don't know why.
On a fringe kick.
I know, and it's not even the right season. You know, it's like it's kind of the wrong season for fringe, but I don't know. Is there a wrong season for fringe?
I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be like launching into my bracelet era with these like seed beads and flat mesh. Like,
oh, I think so.
Bricks and tiles. I have a lot of other ideas for other sizes of like tile type beads, like check tiles. I think that would work really well with 8 seed beads.
Oh, I gotta try that. That would be cool.
Yeah, I might grab some of the curated collection beads that I've got sitting there and do one like that.
Oh. Oh, I definitely need to see that. When you make that, please post it. Tag me.
Absolutely will.
I've been missing posts lately, and so if I'm not like cheering and make sure like just like send me a message like, hey, did you see it? So I've been so like trying to keep track of everything, and then for some reason I don't always get my notifications lately. I think it's because my phone is often if I'm filming, I put it in focus mode. Do you do that for your devices? You film?
Yeah, actually, when it's filming, it does not get notifications. But also when I'm sleeping, I don't get notifications because nobody needs that.
Yeah, and then I don't remember to scroll the next day through the ones I missed.
Yeah, sometimes I'll like jump to somebody's channel just to see if there's something that I missed.
Yeah, I do that.
But
too.
that's a conscious decision instead of being like, oh hey, something just got posted, and then clicking the notification link.
Yeah, and my brain has to remember to do that, which is also not reliable lately. Oh, and then so this was just a row of herringbone, guys. All I did was pop up through one hole, put 2 beads on, and then come down through the next one. So it's just like that.
I love that.
And now I'm going to add another row to it. I'm going to do a total of 3 rows. So from here, see how my thread's coming. This is the tail, so ignore that. But see how my thread is exiting down from the bottom of the Tila here? But I want to be exiting out of that bead. So I have a little trick I do. I use the side. See the little thread there? Grab that thread bridge and then go through that same hole that I was exiting from before. And put you right where you want to be. It works really good. So that's like my like go-to for how to get where I want to be on my Tila beads. And I think I missed a question about Tila beads, but I think, yeah, there's a standard size for them. They are, off the top of my head, I want to say 5 millimeters, but I'm going from memory. But yeah, this is the standard like regular Tila. It's not the quarter or the half.
I think there's a measuring thing here.
Oh, and for the
yeah, it's 5 millimeters.
Is it 5? Oh yeah, hurry back.
Exactly.
Oh, Lorena, I'll post it. Here, let me show you the link really quick for the PDF that I'm using. Sorry, I don't know if I put it in the description or not because I had this idea after I created the stream. But here's a link to it, Lorena, for the and actually on this page is where I'm also going to post the awesome diagram that Becky held up earlier. I'm going to put that there too. And then everything will be all in one place for you guys to find all that great inspo. I wonder if I could even post links to like the colors you used and everything, because I think those were totally.
These in your shop. Let's see. I used for these green ones. This is the evergreen mix of the.
You used evergreen. Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. So the evergreen mix for that, and then you sent me the moonscape Tilas. That's the one with the copper endings. The one that I'm using with the pink was the what was it called? Something cloudy.
Oh yes, I need to restock that one. That one's so cool. Loved that one.
Yeah.
I think I sent you my favorite ones.
They're really pretty, and I was like, hey, love them. And then the one with the copper endings, I actually used the metallic light bronze size 10s for that, and that was something that I also got from you.
Oh yay! I love that color. The bronze one is really cool.
Yeah, it's like it looks really good with like the copper findings, even though like different colors. It's still like the earthy metallic.
So there's the second row. And I'm going to do that same little turn, guys. Oh, hey, thanks, Colleen. Colleen's checking on our Facebook, folks. So awesome. And so I'm just through the bottom of the Tila here. I'm going to make a turn. Grab that thread bridge really quick. There we go. And then just head right up through the same edge of that Tila and get through those beads. And I'm just going to zip a really quick another row of herringbone on there, guys. I'll do it really fast. But the the longer video, I did a while ago. I think it was like from March, but that video shows a much slower step-by-step of what I'm doing here. So just a speedy version here. Yeah, I had fun making a mix. I was looking at these purples because I think the most inspiring color here is this like lavender.
It's beautiful.
I had a fun time with this one. And I felt like I needed a bronze, you know?
Mm-hmm.
To go with it. All right. So that row's done. And now I'm going to do the same thing here. Make a turn. It's actually easier to do it this way. There we go. I have tight stitching there. It's like really hard to get under it. All right. It's going to make a nice earring. All right. So I'm going to pick up the next Tila.
Yeah, it is.
And maybe I'll even match the colors. I don't know. And then you just go down through the next seed bead. And then up through the adjacent seed bead in the next herringbone row. Or I think I'd call that a column. And then I'm going to string on another Tila. And from here, I just need to join those two Tilas together in the same way because we laddered them before. And Deborah says she just got some of the moss agate beads. Oh. Oh, thanks, Deborah. Yeah, it was a beautiful box. Oh my goodness, I loved it. And you know what I think I'm going to do Monday? I'm going to do play with my leftover beads. Because I don't have a plan for Monday yet.
Sometimes it's just fun to play with beads and see where it takes you.
It really is. It really is. And I never really do that anymore. I always have to have like a plan or an agenda for use this bead in some way. But I'm like, what if I just want to throw those beads on the mat and see what happens? I used to do that a lot. So that, I think, is what I'm going to do.
It's really fun.
I'm using a little bit of tight tension here. And let me know, Becky, if you have something you want to demo, because what I'm doing here is, you know, kind of the same steps a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just doing the same thing that I was doing before, just adding more of these Tilas to either end of my little ribbon here. It's possible that I'll get to the end before we're done, and then
yeah, you're quick. You just might.
I had to add more thread.
I might have to do that too. I didn't cut enough. I thought I was going to have plenty, but it's going really fast. See, I'm down to like that. I might have to show my fireline trick again.
Oh, but a fireline trick?
I do, but I just realized it. There's one little spot where I brick stitch in this design. You know, when we go under the thread bridge to turn.
Ah.
And it's the one time I try not to use my trick. It's where I fuse it together. You know what? I'll make it work. I'll push it between the Tilos. Because now I want to show you. You haven't seen that yet. You'll like it because you use fireline a lot, I think, right?
I do. It's one of my favorite threads.
Oh my gosh, it's going to save you lots of time. Okay, I got to show you. And I'm almost at the end here. So that's basically how you add a row of Tilas above your herringbone stitch. And then I'll just go through this one. And so that is that's as far as I took it in the last tutorial, except for this had like 4 rows instead of 3.
Yeah. It is so pretty the way that the herringbone like gives you the little diagonal like I guess chevron-y sort of look with the beads.
I love it. And it just makes me so happy. It's my stitch, I think. Well, I say that, but then I also really love peyote. And when you were demoing earlier, we got a request to do freeform peyote, so we'll have to come up with something and do another live.
Yeah.
So that's one section of the double decker. And so I'm going to add thread, and then how are we doing on time? We're at, you know what, I might not be able to finish the whole thing, but I do have this ready to stick the little binding on, but got to show you this trick since I've been going on about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab some more of my thread here. And this time I'm going to be less optimistic about how much I need. And so this is just like, we're just going to do like a regular double knot here. So I brought the new thread here and just, there's my first half of a knot. And here's the second. So far, so good. We're just making a regular knot. And now when you pull on it, you see how it's just going to keep pulling apart and getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
So before you pull it too far, I'm going to take these ends. The thing I like about this is it doesn't waste any. No thread is wasted in this. We need a burner. And you can do this a little lighter too. So I'll take one of the ends and I'm just going to mushroom it.
Oh.
Hopefully this is working. I feel like my burner's not hot. Yeah, I swear this thing burns batteries when I'm not using it. All right, and here's the next one.
That is such a cool trick.
It's usually a little faster for me. Sorry, my burner is, my electric one is downstairs, so this is my battery hungry one. Oh, there we go. It's working now. Okay. I guess I just had to wake it up. So both of those ends of the knot, the short ends are mushroomed, see?
Yeah.
And if you're using 6-pound or 4-pound, it won't make a very big knot. Just pull it apart.
Oh my gosh.
And it's strong. Like I could cut off my circulation trying to pull it apart. And it's
That's amazing. What a fantastic trick. I'm gonna have to do
the only
that.
warning I would give you is I would warn you against doing this with a size 15 project, like 15 ounce, because you know it's not going to.
It'll have trouble going through the hole. But you know, if you're doing like 8/0s and stuff.
Exactly, 8/0, you can get that to work, and I would recommend trying it with that, or you know, like just any project where you don't have to go under a thread bridge, because when you go under those, the knots definitely touch on you. But yeah, and so I'm going to start this one. I won't be able to finish the total length of it, or sorry, the second layer, but all you would need to do, guys, is you just bring on, you're going to repeat everything I just showed you, but to make a second layer. See, just like that. And then just up through the Tila. And the only tricky part is just kind of getting around the beads that you got underneath it. But it's really not too bad. And so I'll probably stop here and switch to the other one really quick. But all you would need to do is you just keep going, just like I'm doing there, and create 3 more rows. Add another layer. Tila's on the top. It's your triple decker. Pretty cool. And so to attach the finding, it's really easy and it's fast. It's really quick. I'm just going to zip, zip, zip through that. And I haven't done a diagram because this was a new idea. It's just like hot off the presses. I literally made this, I think it was like late yesterday. I had the idea earlier, but it took me a long time to put this together. Like to stitch this up, it took me quite a while. So, and I had to keep stopping and like, I had to life and adult and everything. I was like, what?
It's such a cool bracelet though.
Oh, thanks. So all I did though is I'm gonna ladder stitch each of the Tilas to the little Kirsten calls these tangs. I don't know what to call them, but and the only tricky part is just getting through with your needle and not going through the next one. So it's kind of hard to maneuver. But if you're using a size 12, it works better for some reason. And so you'll have that on there like this. See?
Nice.
And I'm going to go through the Tila again. I'm just going to make sure that didn't curl on me. And then back through the finding. And when you get back through the finding here, go ahead and add 3 of your beautiful seed beads and go through the next hole in the finding. And I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't go through this part here. There we go. So far, so good. So now I'm through the next little tang here. Again, I'm going to ladder stitch to the next Tila. Same thing as before. So let's see if I can get through here. There we go.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
My thread wants to tangle, but you see, look at what's working. I thought it was a pretty clean looking finish. Yeah. Oh, did you do the giveaway? Thanks, Colleen. Colleen did the giveaway, guys. So it looks like Roberta. Let me put that up on the screen. I'm so sorry I missed that. There we go.
Congratulations, Roberta.
Hey, thank you, Colleen. You guys, 3 cheers for Colleen. She's amazing.
Colleen is a rock star. I love her. Unironically.
Yes. I don't know if her ears were burning, but we were talking before. We really want to do a live with Colleen.
Yes. Something with me and Danielle and Colleen all in one live.
Yes.
I think would be amazing.
Sorry, you guys. I got to take my needle out. I did a boo-boo. This is a needle bending like stitch, I guess you should call it. I love this finding, but for some reason I need to really work hard to make the needle go through it. Oh. Here we go. There we go. But yes, so we need to convince Colleen to come on with us because we need her.
That's right.
Hey, she says yes.
Yes.
We need to get on your calendar. We need to
yes.
A real legit calendar date because we talk and then we don't put it on our calendars. We need to do it. Okay, I'm gonna go through here, guys, and then I'm gonna just talk you through the rest because I want to put our screens up and have some fun before we go. But there you go. So you know what? I'll do a diagram just because I feel like it's super straightforward. But who wants to memorize something? I'll do a little stitch up diagram. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you think it's a clean finish?
I love it.
I'm into it too. I think it's all right. So now I've you guys have 2 bracelet ideas now for Tilas. Right. And they're both pretty good. Let me bring us back. There we are. Yes, so you see it in right there? We got a yes from Colleen. She's coming on with us for sure.
Yay, it's official. It's official. Once you put it in chat.
Yes, it's on the screen now. It's for sure.
Right, it's on the screen. Everybody can see
it. And Sharon has asked about yep, in fact, it is a kit. And Roberta just won this one. And I have, as of when I started the live, I had 34 of these in my shop, guys. So you can go and find it at daniellewicks.etsy.com in the exact colorway you see here.
I have a feeling there might be less than 34 now.
Really, that's what I made them for. And the cover's missing from the PDF, guys, but I put this link. I'll drop it one more time for you over here. And I'm going to update this page, the one that I'm linking now. I will update this to include all the details of Becky's project from today.
Including
that she did.
Drawing.
Look at that. How cool is this? That is an awesome diagram.
Thank you.
Easy to see when you were demoing too, and it crystallized for me what you were going to do, because I wasn't sure how you did that when I saw it. I saw the 3 beads and I saw the Tila, and I know the Tila has 2 holes, so like, how did you do that? It makes perfect sense, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, it locks it right in there. I love it.
It does. Awesome. Well, hey, congratulations, Roberta, and thank you so much, Colleen, for moderating for us. Thank you, Becky, for an amazing project.
Thank you, Danielle, for having me on.
We need to do this again.
100%.
And so, yeah, for sure. And so, guys, I am trying so hard. We were joking before. I'm keeping my calendar updated, but right now my problem is to have it updated for a whole month. I've got like 2 weeks on there right now. You can see my next 2 weeks, and then hopefully by the end of this week I'll add to it, and hopefully maybe even we'll strategize and get another date on the calendar for us and one with Colleen. So yeah,
fantastic.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'm almost done with this too. I've got like just
you are
5 more until I'm at the end of that.
Oh, that is so cool. Check that out, guys. You were a fast stitcher. Look at that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it goes really, really easily. Like once you get into that rhythm, you could knock this out in maybe a day, a couple of hours.
I need to make one of those. Oh my goodness. And don't be surprised you hear from Tila. He's going to want that as a toot. I bet.
Oh, for sure.
We're going to want that one.
We should have him watch this.
That's so cool. Well, so what do you have coming up? For you, you have like videos all the time on your channel. They're amazing videos.
I do. I try to do like a few videos each week. You know, I also have a day job that I do, so sometimes the midweek is a little bit sparse because I'm busy doing work and also taking care of the house and the family. So weekends are usually when there's a little bit more going on. I like to do a wrap up and chat on Sundays where I try on what I've made and go over what I've been doing. This month, I've been doing a little personal challenge for myself where I've been making beaded chain necklaces. And like this last week, I've been doing some stringing and some of this in addition to, not instead, I actually have been making my goal, which is at least 2 beaded chain necklaces a week, which I felt like was a doable goal because I could do more. Or if things got, you know, real busy or stressful or something, I could just do 1 or 2. You know?
That's perfect. And you did one with our Star Seeds mix.
I did. Oh, where is it?
That.
Yeah, let me just
actually, you remind me. I want to add that to I'm going to put a link to your video on my Star Seeds page that we do for all of our mixes. We do a link.
There it is.
Oops, I need to add that.
Yeah, it was so much fun because I got the Star Seeds mix and I was like, I wanted to do like a bead woven link on that, and so this came along and I was like, this is perfect. And so these are like really easy little, you just go in a couple circles and then you pop a 4mm fire polish bead in between. And then the thing that makes them a link is these are 8/0 seed beads on the edges. And so you just put a jump ring through it and it makes it into a link.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is so brilliant. You guys, I'm going to pop a link up for her channel really quick. Let's find this. I have it right here. Okay, so guys, this is Becky's channel where you can find that and more. It's so brilliant.
Yeah,
I was like, that one. I was like, yay.
And mini challenges within the big challenge was like, you know, doing things with 2-hole beads and doing things with a bead woven link and things like that. So it's been really fun. And it's almost the end of September, so I'm going to end up doing like a bigger wrap up with all of those probably October 1st.
Oh, wow. That is so cool. So definitely, guys, check out her channel, follow, subscribe. It is a just awesome source of inspiration and super cool like tips and tricks for beautiful jewelry designs. And Colleen's already got the link to that video, so because she's amazing.
Colleen, again, you're a rock star.
All right, well, hey, I'll let you guys go because I'm seeing Zakaya says she's gotta go take care of those grandchildren, great grandchildren.
Oh my gosh, Zach! I have so much fun with the babies.
Give them a hug for me. All right, you guys. Well, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you for the next one.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.